From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz.
Well, this pattern mighty familiar, isn't it? Another sunny day, another warm afternoon ahead of us as we take a look from downtown Tulsa. Crystal clear blue skies the day before the start of the Tulsa State Fair is a pretty good one if you've got some outdoor plans. Sitting right at an even 80 degrees here at the lunchtime hour. Dew points are low, relative humidity is low. So of course, as we've talked about day after day, that's the trade-off here. That makes it feel really nice outside. We don't have that high humidity, but low humidity, and anytime we've got warm weather and a gusty wind at this point is going to be a fire danger concern until we can get rain. And we've got no rain coming anytime soon. So this afternoon, if you're going to be outside, we're going to climb back into the upper 80s here in Tulsa. A southeasterly breeze, not quite as strong as it was at times yesterday, but a steady breeze. Winds will actually pick up more, I think, this evening after dark as a weak front slides on in. But nice warm temperatures today. Of course, totally opposite story as we talk about Hurricane Ian. Taking you back to the Florida coast. This is looking from the Earth Cam view there. It's Inglewood Beach. You can see the wind is really whipping up. You can see all the rough seas there. And this is unfortunately just the beginning as that is about to make landfall, pretty much making its official landfall right now. Here's Cape Crown. You can see kind of the outer islands there, outer landmass that the eye is starting to make a landfall in. So we'll have an official landfall notice for too much longer here. But it is a slow moving storm, moving less than 10 miles per hour. Those winds, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, that pressure very low. This is going to end up being one of the higher end landfalls on record for the United States. And of course, you know, wind is some of the things that people tend to focus on the most, and those winds are extreme. I mean, they're going to cause a ton of damage, but the storm surge can often cause just as much damage, if not even more. And the forecast has been for anywhere from 12 to 15 feet of storm surge around Fort Myers, Cape Corral. That is absolutely devastating if that came to pass. Even if it was half of that, that would be just unbelievable damage from that. So there's the storm surge to deal with, flooding on top of that, even in areas that maybe don't have as high a storm surge. I mean, a swath of 10 to 20 inches of rain from this today and into tomorrow with the slow-moving storm from Tampa up even through areas like Orlando, Daytona Beach. Some dangerous flooding threats over the next about 48 hours as Ian kind of just slows to a crawl here as it moves inland over the next several hours. I mean, look where the forecast is tomorrow morning. Only up around Orlando as far as the center of the storm goes. And with the way that the track has trended a little further east the last couple of days, rather, as far as the forecast goes, it looks like Ian emerges back out in the Atlantic, at least briefly, on Friday. Currently, the forecast keeps it as a tropical storm. Wouldn't be out of the question that Ian strengthens maybe back to a Category 1 hurricane as it makes landfall again late Friday, kind of on the Georgia, South Carolina coastline. So it's going to be a several-day event here with Ian. Of course, the next day or two, just devastating impacts in Florida. So our thoughts and prayers are with those folks. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on that through the day. All right, back here closer to home, much calmer weather, of course. A little cooler north and east of Tulsa today in the low to mid 80s, upper 80s in the metro, still low 90s in southeastern Oklahoma. Tomorrow morning is going to be nice, cool. Once again, upper 40s and low 50s. Tomorrow afternoon, that little weak boundary pushes through, and so highs several degrees lower tomorrow in the upper 70s to low 80s. About 81 here in Tulsa for the first day of the Tulsa State Fair. Looking absolutely picture perfect. Of course, it goes through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I should just have that Tulsa State Fair icon on there for every day starting tomorrow. But we're looking great through the end of the week, through the weekend. Unfortunately, still no rain to be seen anytime soon. We'll slowly climb back into the mid 80s through the weekend into early next week. Morning staying nice and comfortable and cool for the next several days. So we are still outside of the lack of rain set up for some very nice weather.